got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that. It's still Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chrissy and this is Everyday Tidbits. I had not planned on vlogging today, so I don't have my good camera. I apologize for the quality, but today we are having a snowstorm and I wanted to share this weather with you. It's pretty bad out. We are a little bit further north at this time of our primary area because we just brought a STEMI into the STEMI center, and the primary area that I am in does not have a STEMI center, just a local hospital, and we had to go out of our area, which is pretty far, to be traveling in this horrendous weather. So up here, the snow seems to be a little bit wetter. Down where I'm working, it's like solid ice mixed with like snow. So the roads are pretty bad, the visibility is pretty bad, but up here it's a little bit better. It's still super slippery out. Sorry, I just want to turn the radio down, it's pretty loud. But anyway, like I said, I had not planned on vlogging today, so we are a little bit later into the morning. It's 10:44. I'm with a supervisor today, so you're not going to see my partner much on film today. But we did have 2 treats and 1 cancel so far. I did do the rake check, I cleaned the office, and brought some supplies out. But the 2 treats that we did have, the first one was a diabetic. The man's sugar was a 32. We started an IV. I gave him some D10 in an IV bag, and then he became more alert and he had no further complaints, but he was already in the truck and we were already on the way. So we took him to the hospital, and they're just gonna do some blood work and make sure that he's okay and that there's no like underlying cause why his sugar dropped. So, and the second one was a STEMI, which is basically the lady was having a heart attack, so we had to bring her to a heart center, and that's where we are now. The weather's pretty bad. I'm with a squad that usually doesn't come to this hospital, so I had to get out and direct her where to park her truck. And at first I didn't know where the heck they were because I came in and parked and they were not anywhere to be found, so I had to get out and go look for them. So also my windshield wipers were freezing on the way here, so I just could not see a darn thing. I kept like speeding up the windshield wipers to make sure, like, hopefully knocking some ice off of them, but it's pretty bad out. I'm driving at the moment, but when I'm in the passenger seat I'll be able to show you the weather a little bit better. But welcome to the first vlog of 2022. And I'm so glad that you're here. If you could, please hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time I post, and follow me on Instagram at everyday_tidbits and Facebook at everydaytidbits, because I would love for you to be a part of my social media family. Let's get into this horrendous day. It's probably going to be a short one, guys, because we are already so busy, and I'm not sure how much time I'll have to vlog today because it is like a high stress day because of the weather. It's pretty bad out. So yeah, let's get into the day. Surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. We're back in our primary right now. We're getting some gas. I'm driving. I know some of you don't believe me that I actually drive, but my partner went into Wawa to get something to eat. I'm getting gas in the vehicle because we're down to a quarter tank already. I'll show you real quick how bad the weather is, but our lady, the STEMI that we just brought in, she just went up to the cath lab, so she was having an inferior MI, so we did right, even though it was far going to the STEMI center. But anyway, here is what the weather looks like where I'm at. Tried so hard to stay afloat, yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, the roads and the parking lot are like a sheet of ice. It's super slippery. I have to be careful, even though I'm like creeping while I'm driving. You still slide every time you hit the brakes. So the guy is taking our nozzle out. My partner is hopefully coming out soon. Then we're gonna get back to post. I need to start heating up my lunch, and I really have to pee, so we can get out of these elements. It's very highly stressful driving in this weather in an ambulance because our ambulance doesn't stop like a car, and it's super heavy and it's just dangerous. I got so high on a low, that's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know, yeah, no, no, it's no more, no. It's gonna patch up all the scars.
So I'm in the passenger seat now. I can talk a little more. Anyway, we're on our way to a seizure call, and the EMTs are on scene, but they just left with the patient. They want to meet us line of sight, but the roads are really bad, so we're driving at a very careful pace because it's bad out. It's super bad. It's like a sheet of ice. So eventually we'll get to them. They're going to pull over on the side of the road and wait for us. And yeah, there's a lot of traffic ahead of us because everybody's driving really slow. So I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but eventually we'll meet up with them. So it's a seizure call, and there's not much more notes about it, but my partner's driving. Say hi. 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 All right, I'll let you know what we have afterwards.
But we smashed up all the parts. Oh, na na na. Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you really are. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the coma.
So we just had a 3-year-old that had a febrile seizure. He's been sick for a couple days with a fever, and he wound up having a seizure. Mom said it lasted for a couple of minutes, but he was totally stable. Vital signs were stable. The kid was nice and pink. He did vomit in the back of the truck, poor thing, but he was so sweet. We didn't do anything for him. We just monitored, transport, took him to the hospital. I got orders for Ativan in case he seized again, but he didn't. So we just took a nice, easy ride to the hospital. And it's still snowing. It's not letting up anytime soon. The roads are really bad. I have to write a chart. I'm gonna eat eventually. There's my food over there. I'll show you what I'm gonna eat if I get to eat it. We'll see. But I'm gonna work on my chart now.
Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more, no.
Break time didn't last for long. I tried to eat, but we're off to another job. And this one is about 25 minutes away, and it is a difficulty breathing call. The roads are a lot worse than they were earlier. I think it's supposed to snow until like 5 o'clock tonight, right? About 5 o'clock. So we're gonna go see what's going on with this.
No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, we're done now. No, it's no more, no, no.
So we were just canceled. We got almost all the way there and we were canceled. I guess they didn't need us, but kind of stinks because the weather is so bad that we had to actually drive there. But it's just really like a gross day. It's windy, it's cold, it's wet, it's snowy, it's very icy, and it's just gross. But I just wanted to take like a minute to like check in with everybody as far as like mental health check. How did everybody make out for the holidays? Are you guys okay? I know it's rough. Sometimes you don't have somebody to spend time with, or you know, maybe you've lost somebody, maybe you're thinking of someone that you can't be with. I know that you all know about my husband, and that time of year, this time of year it's hard, but I got through it. Again, 10 years. We just had the 10-year anniversary in December, and I'm making it. I'm getting through, and now I usually keep my tree up till like January 5th or 6th. January 6th, because that's the Epiphany. It's Little Christmas. La Befana, the witch, comes on the night of the 5th and puts little candies in the kids' shoes. So after La Befana comes, then I take everything down. So next weekend I'm actually working. I'll be with Kevin. So probably Monday I'll take the tree down, or maybe Friday. I'm not sure, but it's going to be a big job to get everything down because I did put up 2 trees this year. So, once everything's down and the house is empty, like there is like a sense of emptiness because like all the glitz and glamour of Christmas is gone. And, you went from like feeling that emptiness of not having that person with you to like just emptiness. For me anyway. I'm very fortunate that I have my daughter, and her and I are a team. We keep each other company. I have some great friends and a supportive, support system. But, this time of year is hard for some people. And I just wanted to check in and make sure everybody's okay. So, I'm sitting in the ambulance, and we're not able to park by our cord because of a snowdrift covering the cord. They plowed it. So it's running, and it's like the defroster's on, and it's so warm and it's hot, and it's like making me so sleepy. And plus I just ate. I had to scarf my food on the way to this job because I did call out for a break, and one dispatcher didn't tell the other dispatcher, so they put a job on us, so we had to go. And I felt bad like saying, no, we can't go. So I cut my break short and ate on the way. So now I'm full, I'm warm and toasty, and I'm sleepy. So I might try to close my eyes for a few minutes. I don't know if that's gonna last because I just might be cursing myself. But that's what I'm gonna do now. I am a little sleepy, so I'll check back in a little bit and let you know how the day's going. Little teeny break, didn't last long. We are busy today. We're getting a call now for a diabetic, and it is in the town that's also about 25 minutes away on a good day, not including like inclement weather that we're having today. So this is for a diabetic problem. They didn't really give us any more notes on it. It could be a high blood sugar, it could be a low blood sugar, it could be a person that's a diabetic acting funny, or it could be a person that doesn't feel good that happens to have diabetes. I don't know. Who knows? But the weather's pretty bad, so it's going to take us forever to get there, and hopefully it's not somebody who's that sick and that we get canceled again. So I'll let you know what we have after this job. We're going to head that way in a quiet and calm manner so that we can get there safely. Another cancel. We got all the way there. It was like a 25-minute drive. The roads are terrible, and we pull up to have somebody say that it was just a case of dirty toes. Right? So we got canceled. In fact, it was just a general weakness with someone who had dirty toes. So we were canceled, and now we're checking back, and it seems like every time we go out, the roads get worse and worse and worse. They're really slippery. So we're heading back now.
We don't know us no more. We don't know us no more. We don't know us no more. No, yeah.
I crunched myself up like a burrito in the front seat because it's warm in here, and I was trying to close my eyes. But I just heard on the radio that there's a cardiac in our primary area, back way down where we just came from. 25-minute drive in the snow, crappy weather, nasty, icy highways. Ugh, and I feel like it's getting like heavier out. So I'm just waiting for my partner to come out, and we're gonna go for this cardiac call.
I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby, going down.
Okay, so we never got that cardiac call, but we did get a mutual aid into another town, into another agency's coverage area, and that was for difficulty breathing. But we got pretty much halfway there, and we got canceled. So we came back and had this bright idea that we were trying to clean off our cars, because it's literally like a sheet of ice on the car, and then snow on top of it, and then another sheet of ice on top of that. So I'm about 75% done cleaning my car, and I was trying to let it run so we could melt the ice and get through all those layers, so that way in about 3 hours when our relief gets here, it's not so much to do at night when it's even colder. So, but we just got another call, and this one is for pain in the right side, dizzy, trouble breathing. So this one's less than 10 minutes away, and hopefully we get another cancel so we can come back and finish defrosting our cars, but who knows if that's going to happen. But anyway, I'll keep you updated. The roads are still pretty bad. It's actually freezing out. My hands, look at how red they are from trying to stupidly clean off my car with no gloves. So I guess on my next day off, I need to find myself an appropriate pair of gloves that I can wear to work. What do you say? smart idea?
I believe that's a great idea.
He's one of my favorite people at this company. He's one of my supervisors, and he's my favorite. So if anyone else is watching this, don't be offended. But he is. He's my favorite. Why is he my favorite? Because he's dead sexy. Because he's just so kind and sweet. And he always produces. So seriously though, every time we ask for something, he's right on it. He brings it right away. We see him every shift. He's always smiling. He's always happy. He's like the best. He's a tweet. And he's dead sexy.
Watch me under the light, so keep me in your sight, 'cause I can do.
So it stopped snowing and the sun is setting and it's absolutely stunning. I'm trying to get a picture of it for you guys. It's absolutely stunning. The colors are beautiful. I don't know if I'm gonna, wow, look at that. Incredible.
This all night. You can call it what you want. I got something else in mind. Oh, if it's you I've been waiting for, I better make you worth my time.
All right, so we just had that lady who was, she had numbness in her jaw, and she had, she felt dizzy, and she felt like a weirdness in her arm. And we wound up taking her to the hospital, and her blood pressure was really high. So I'm thinking that's probably why she felt like dizzy and nauseous. She doesn't have a history of blood pressure, but her pressure was really high. So we took her to the hospital, and now my partner we just got to Wawa, so my partner can run in for something, and we are being hit out to a motor vehicle accident with wires on the ground and entrapment down a really dark, curvy road. So this is going to be a dangerous one, even for us to respond and get there. So I'm driving, my partner's inside, so after the call, we'll let you know what we had, and if we make it there and what we had, we might be on scene for a while because it's dark, it's really icy, and there's wires down, so we're going to have to wait for the power company to turn off the power so we can gain access to the patient.
So don't you pay them any mind. Close your eyes, follow the sound. Keep it coming through the night. We don't need to slow down.
Got canceled on the accident because the car won against the pole and there was no injuries, so we got canceled. After that, we tried to get back to post, but that wasn't happening, so we got hit out for another febrile seizure. This is a 1-year-old, and it was far, far away in the land of Farquad. Took us like a half hour to get there. Then again, we pulled over and waited for the EMTs to meet us, and we sat there for like a good 15 minutes. So the baby was alert, oriented, all vitals were stable, sugar was stable, good, strong, screaming cry the entire drive. So all I did was put the monitor on her, monitor transport, got a PRN for Ativan again, in case the baby seized again. And then we went to the hospital. So we're now back at the office waiting for relief. There's 1 out of 2 that's here. Just heard that the other one didn't know she was working. So when the clock strikes 7, I'm out, no matter what. And then looks like Jules is going to have a nice chill time and able to eat her food while she waits for a partner. And we're going to go home. The roads are crappy. So I just want to thank you so much again for joining me. I really appreciate your support. If you could, please hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time I post. And follow me on Instagram at everyday_tidbits and Facebook at everydaytidbits, because I would love for you to be a part of my social media family. I hope everyone's being safe out there, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Sorry, I didn't